emotional. So that's the reason why when you were telling the story earlier about that guy, I was just like,
Sonny Cotty, yeah, yeah,
about something.
yeah. That was
How
different
you
from
been
that.
doing, beautiful? I tell you, I ain't been seeing you on live. What time you be coming on? 3 o'clock?
I don't know. Well, I've been sick. I've been sick all week,
Oh,
but I
you
went
feeling
to
better?
Atlanta for the weekend a couple 2 weeks ago, and then I got sick, and I was sick for the whole entire week, so I didn't go live. And now I'm
Hmm.
actually finally got some antibiotic, and now I'm feeling a lot better. So
Okay. You done went
um,
to Atlanta, got the
You weren't
heebie-jeebies, huh?
feeling good.
I don't just sinus sinuses. I think he was here, it was here,
Mm.
it was here.
It wasn't
But
COVID, was it?
no, believe me, that's the first thing that Poetic said. It got me all paranoid. I went ahead and got me a COVID test, and I was like, okay, I'm negative. I
So,
didn't even take medicine. That's the reason why it took me so damn long because I refused to be sick.
so question for
Oh,
you:
Lord.
did they do a blood test and tell you which one they dropped in your drink?
Oh no, that was so
What?
scary. So
Oh,
I had one of my guy friends, right? He had called me, and I was just like, and I'm like, I'm sick, I don't feel good, and he was like,
mhm.
oh, because I've been watching on TikTok that men be putting stuff in women's drinks, and they become sick. And I was like, so I said to him, I was just like, why can't it just be sick? The seasons change, and I just got sick. He
Mhm.
really? And then he got mad at me, and then he hangs up the phone on me. I was like, what the fuck? I mean,
No,
because
but
it's
just think
me.
about it though. That makes sense because you just came out. Remember that was the weekend you came out that date. Remember you had that date that
A
weekend.
week later, when she said it,
No, but the thing
Yeah,
is, why can't I just be sick? Why does it have to be such a catastrophe? Why? I mean, everybody gets sick. It's
morning,
because
fine.
my
because,
man.
because no, because we always see you well. That's why. So it's unusual for you to be sick.
Say that again.
We always see you well, so it's unusual to see you
Oh, so I'm
sick.
not allowed to get sick.
Yeah, but it was the ridiculousness of the fact that he said
Hey, mom and
they
money.
were they've been putting something in women's drinks a week later, like it was gonna cause an
I
effect.
don't think it works that way. At the end of the day, if
Yeah.
you get a sip and a Mickey, it happens automatically. Doesn't you don't get sinus infections. But he heard it on TikTok. All the women I heard on TikTok say it. I'm like, why stop listening to shit people say on fucking TikTok?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Go outside and live, and the world is not that fucking scary. It really isn't. But I was talking about you tonight because a friend of my job, a coworker, she was talking about Fashion Week. She's like, "Oh my God, have you seen Fashion Week?" I was like, "No," but my friend Tanique said she went to New York Fashion Week. She
Hmm.
did. I was like, "Yeah,"
Yeah.
that she looked gorgeous. So that was an amazing thing to do. That got to be
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, I'm going to LA Fashion Week next week. So I'm going
Really?
to
She
LA.
was talking about something that happened. She was naming all these fucking brands. I had no idea what she was talking about, but she's from LA.
Yeah.
No, or no,
Yeah.
she got
My
the same.
daughter's trying to get into the modeling thing.
Is
They
she
have
really? I love that for
yeah,
her.
Yeah. What's
she makes
she?
twice a year in Omaha, Nebraska up here. So
Okay. Tell her keep doing it.
Amazing.
Keep
Yeah,
doing it.
tell her to do one. She got to tell her to do pageants. You guys are probably.
Tell her to keep. Yeah, because I was a pageant girl in high school. My
I can
mom
tell.
kept me
I
in
can tell.
pageants and
we're just
yeah.
now trying to get all this stuff figured out. So
Hmm.
I'm a dad, I'm a single dad. You get the fashion, huh?
You
Well,
Is
should.
tell
this
her.
clothing who? Yeah, I'm not a, yeah.
Don't you
Yeah,
think?
just tell her to just keep applying, and she go on the websites and stuff. Just keep applying for like modeling.
No,
She can go. She can start volunteering first, right? That's how you get your foot in the door. To start volunteering, and when you that's what happened to me. I was volunteering and just putting stuff on people and talking in the back. Next thing you know, they want to. Oh, we need an extra model. Oh my God, yeah, and then
Oh, I thought that's a great
because I
idea.
wasn't in it for that because I like to. Oh, okay, son. Have a good day. All right, love you. Mhm. Sorry, my son came in. So
That's okay. I love it. I love my
Mhm.
boys.
no.
I love
My
Yeah.
question though, in that situation, we're trying to find just some kind of an agency or something. I'm supposed to find,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
And
Oh,
then
how old is the daughter, Charles? Which daughter is it?
she just turned 18.
Miss Charles? Okay.
She's
I know it's a little bit off topic, but it's on topic because I know you're a single dad, right? You don't have a lot of women approach you all the time to help you.
no. Most
Really?
women, most women walk away from me because I'm a single dad.
No, I mean not like they
Really?
want to be a boyfriend or girlfriend, but I'm just saying like at the PTA meetings or at school events or whatever. You don't have like a lot of women be like, hey,
No,
like they don't want to help you
no,
or,
because I really
or
don't.
bring you
Because the truth
food.
of the matter is this: I don't really project a whole bunch about that I am a single dad out here, out in the open.
I'm pretty sure they know.
You know, huh?
I'm pretty sure they don't see you with a woman around, so I'm pretty sure they know that
Well,
you
it's
don't.
not you projecting. You got with
That's
your
true,
kid.
but No, I don't know. No, they never do. They don't.
And I'm
They're
not
kind of,
talking about dating. Why everything got to be about dating?
wasn't talking about dating. I didn't say nothing
Friendly
about dating. You
manner.
just said
In
no.
a friendly manner. Women say they see you with a whole bunch of kids. They see that there's no mom around. Do they ever sit there and offer their help? Hey, do you here's some
That's true, Empress. I do live around more livestock than women sometimes. It's true, and I prefer livestock over women some days. I'm just
I
saying.
know,
They're,
but I'm pretty sure you see them at school events when you're dropping off and picking them up the kids.
uh, people around here are really kind of just they stick to themselves. They don't really even, I hardly ever even hear somebody say hello when you walk by and you go to
Do you,
school.
Charles? Let me ask you this: do you wear hat and shades all the time?
No.
I ask that because sometimes people be standoffish, and so that gives the aura of you don't want to speak or look at or give eye contact.
No, I don't. I don't. No, I wear my cowboy hat, but I have just regular glasses, so regular reading glasses or vision glasses. So.
Are you a big guy? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I want to ask you, Tani. I mean, like, I don't know if you saw like you go to your kids' events, right? And you always see a man and he's struggling with his little daughter, trying to get her to school, put her backpack on.
Mhm.
Are you a type of woman that will say, "Hey, come here, sweetie," and like help her?
Yep, I am.
Like,
Let me help you. You good? I'm like,
I
you
never
got
have
it.
been.
And I'll say something to the guy. You got it. You good?
right.
Look like you're struggling. I'll make a little joke or something. You
Exactly.
good?
That's what I'm saying. 'Cause I can imagine seeing Charles, right? He has eight kids, all young, from young to old, with daughters.
Well, wait a minute. You got all eight of them with you, Charles?
No, not all eight of them are with me. Only two of them live with me now. I had three that were full time with me, and my
Mm.
wife had three full time with her. But I have one that's moved out now, and I have my two older ones with me now.
Oh, that's so awesome.
It is, and
My,
so
my,
and how long?
that's
And it's
my
how long has it been? What, 8 years?
yeah, about 8 years, yeah.
Okay, so 10 years. So yeah, so with your youngest daughter, she must have been 8 years old.
My youngest one now is 10.
Oh wow, so you had her since she was a baby.
No. The one that you mean, the younger ones live with their mom. Because
Oh, okay.
remember, my second ex-wife is the one I started over with to have kids with. And she's a really good mom with the two our kids that we have, but she wasn't a great mom to my older kid.
That wasn't
That was
hers.
my first marriage. That wasn't hers. Remember?
Okay,
So
okay. I
that's
mean, not
the
really,
key.
but I
So
understand.
I have my older kids. I have 5 kids that are older and only 3 that are younger.
Okay.
So my son's 25, my daughter's 23, my other daughter's 21, my son is 20, and my other daughter's 18. Those are my older kids. They're 5, right? I have my 20-year-old and my 18-year-old that live with me full time that I've had. I had my 21-year-old, 20-year-old, and 18-year-old on my own since they were about 6 years ago. About 6 years ago was when I became single.
Okay. So how old were your daughters? The youngest
Uh,
one.
the youngest one I had with me, she was like 10, 11, I guess, 12,
All
maybe.
right, so she was young. She was still young.
I don't know, 18 to 6 years, 7 years.
Yeah, she needed women around in her life.
She did, but I made do.
Of course, I mean, you're gonna have to, right? That's what we do as women. Women do.
Right.
I had all the
Make it do
talks
what it
and we
do.
had all the situations where we went and had the that time of the month showed up for the first time and all that kind of stuff. And it was we've gone through all of that stuff. So
No, good for you.
not only good for you, but it is what it is.
I mean, shit, good for you. Women do it all the time. You think we want to have
Right.
those situations
Try
too?
imagine asking
I'm
your
not
dad
talking about
about
like a little boy's penis is erect. I want to have that conversation either.
Yeah, but imagine having that kind of conversation with your dad though versus your mom, I guess.
Well, I have boys. I didn't want to have that conversation with my boys, but I had to do it. It's uncomfortable. I understand.
And that's true. I will admit that was an easier conversation than the time of the month conversation. True, but anyway,
Okay. So the
yeah.
18-year-old that wants to be in pageants, did you
No,
have
she just wants to be in modeling. She didn't say
okay,
anything
I'm
about
sorry, in modeling.
that.
Okay.
Yeah. She didn't say anything about pageants. She just said
I
she
know.
wants to
Tinique was mentioning pageants. Oh, and I also mentioned pageants too. Okay, because usually I think that especially in your part of the country, that is big for on pageants, right? That's
Mm-hmm.
that, what they call? They have a whole little thing. They had it on TV too.
Yeah, they have. Where you in
oh,
Wisconsin?
Miss
Right?
America thing or whatever.
Not Miss America, but they have like those little girl. What they call dolls or something?
They
Pageant
have a
dolls.
bunch of. Where you at, Charles?
I'm in Nebraska.
Nebraska. Yeah, they have a lot of pageants and stuff up there. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Really do. But here's the thing though. I've watched them TV shows about them women that are doing them pageants with their kids, and boy, they were crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah, they be serious. That pageant world be
Crazy.
serious.
they
It's
are very
very
crazy.
competitive.
You sit back and
Them
you look
moms
at
be in the
them and
background going back because what it is like they put you in a big old gym, right? You don't have like your own space, so you just like get your little space, put all your stuff. Just imagine having all your different categories and just on the floor, and everybody is it's crazy. It's a madhouse back there. You don't even understand how
but
horrible it
some of
be.
them mothers are
And you have
mad.
those moms that the moms are more competitive than the kids. It's crazy.
They're
Well,
like,
you compare it the same as having boys in sports.
No, it's worse.
no, it's way worse.
It is worse. When I tell you them moms be back there about to tear up other people's kids' dresses just so they don't
Oh,
want them to go. I'm telling you, it's serious.
I was
It
watching
is.
that.
You ever watch that show?
You guys yeah, that show they had on it. They were
Oh,
talking
it's the
about,
truth.
oh
It
my
is the
god.
truth.
Okay, so like with me, I was actually at this. I don't know where the hell I was at, but I was talking to a lady. Oh, I was at a concert, outdoor concert, and she was trying to do something, and I was sitting there trying to help her, and she was like, "I used to be a Girl Scout," and I was just like, "I did too," but my mom got me kicked out of the Girl Scouts. So it
Mm.
reminds me of the story because my mother got into an argument with the lady because my mother wanted the pom poms one way and the other one wanted the pom poms the other way.
Girl,
And they
it be
got arguing.
serious.
Very fucking serious.
Hmm.
And that's nothing compared. Girl Scouts ain't nothing to compare because Girl Scouts are supposed to be like serving the community, like so it's like a united thing. So they shouldn't be fighting. But I know that in the pageant world, it is competition. It is my daughter against your daughter type of thing. So I can imagine how crazy the moms were at that time.
Well, here's the thing I noticed though. Most of them mothers were crazy because they were living vicariously through their kid. It wasn't even the fact that they were just crazy and competitive. It was they were literally nasty because they couldn't get to where they wanted to go or whatever. And if you watch the TV show, there's a TV show about this shit.
She was a pageant girl, woman. But Tinny, do you think it's because of that? Do you think the person who put you in there really wanted to be a pageant person?
A lot of it is that because you have kids that's sad. You can tell that I'm doing it. My mama got me in this crap. I don't even want to do it type thing. They be all sad in the back, and their mama be
Oh, that's not
throwing their
nice.
stuff. Oh, it's be terrible. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You can tell the ones that they make them do it. You know. Because their mom didn't win, and she trying to get them to win, and it's a lot of pressure. You
It'd be
know.
embarrassing too.
Yeah,
That'd be
it's terrible.
Put this pressure on them little kids, and it's like,
Oh yeah,
Jesus, they're only
it's
7,
something.
man. Give
It's
her a
nothing
break.
like boys in sports. It is.
Oh,
It is
hell
really
no.
bad. Yeah,
Hey, Justin. Good morning.
Good
yeah.
morning, good morning, good
Good
morning,
morning.
everybody.
That was
Hey,
kind of what you were
Justin.
saying a couple of days ago. I don't know how many weeks ago about your son. Because what are you encouraging your son to do? And it was something strange, isn't it, Just? It's strange.
Strange, no, he wants to cook. I don't see anything wrong with that.
Sorry, I didn't mean that it wasn't strange. But for
Morning,
boys,
TJ.
usually the boys want to go into sports. You know what I mean? So that's I don't mean it's not strange. Like I said, my son cooked, so I don't. There's definitely nothing wrong with and you could because what is that called? Because my son got when he graduated high school, he got it's like a team. You know how they have ROTC for the military, but for cooking,
Uh,
for culinary arts. There's a
yeah, CIA.
yes. My oldest one
Yeah,
was part of that, and he actually got a scholarship for that when he went to school. So I didn't mean by
yeah,
strange like he's an oddball, like he collects.
yeah. He wants to do it because he watches me. Like I grew up, I played sports, and I also took the cooking. I took the cooking more to sports. There's a backstory behind that. But I had a full ride scholarship at Johnson and Wales, but I didn't go because I was chasing a big booty light skinned girl back in high school. Didn't know no better, was smelling myself.
Oh, it always happens.
Well,
Yeah,
it's poetic. Poetic is a chaser of big booty girls as well. I mean, you should be right.
yeah. Hey, I like it. I don't see nothing wrong with it.
I mean,
I'm doing all right.
well, you've been on this app long enough too. Don't you hear a lot of men who are not interested in big booty girls and who just want to be angry at women all the fucking time?
Yeah, that's crazy to me.
I know it is. It is because you always know the assignment. You're saying you just sit there and be quiet. Good morning, Lucy.
We know when to
Good
stop and
morning,
shut
how
up,
are
right?
y'all?
Good.
I
Hmm.
How
just
are
wanted to say
you?
something about pageants. I used to
Okay.
be in pageants, and I used to hate being in pageants. But my grandmother and my great grandmother told my mother I needed to be because I used to be really quiet, and they kind of help you build confidence. So
Okay.
everybody that's there and hating being there, I would say now I'm glad that I was because I'm able to get in a group of people and say, "Hey, how y'all doing?" and be
Right.
feel okay about that and not just be quiet and fade into the background.
That makes sense. It is socializing right, one way
To
or
make
another.
yep, discipline and socialize and yep,
Discipline too,
make
right?
you be sociable with other kids. Yeah. A lot of people do it for different reasons, but some of them moms still be mean as hell back there
I
in
was going to
church.
say, but did you
I
see?
don't know
Did
what
you
to
see that,
mean.
that,
I
that
could
there
just
were
be
mothers? Did you see that there were mothers in there though that were nasty women that were living vicariously through their
Yes.
kid though?
Yeah. I see
Yeah,
all the
you
time.
could tell like sometimes like when it's getting down to like who's gonna win and who's not gonna win, the mother's face was like more torn up than the daughter's face if the daughter didn't win.
Oh,
Aww.
that's
Yeah,
nuts,
sometimes,
man.
yeah.
That's very sad. That
Yeah. And then they'd be
And
fussing at their daughter
they're
about
mean
something
to
she
their
didn't
They
do
kids
right.
too,
do. They be
though.
fussing at them po churn in the back. If we had done this, like God
They're
damn,
mean to
Yeah.
them.
it is
Oh.
God.
awful.
Now, I
Mm.
didn't feel that kind of pressure. It was just the
Mhm.
pressure to get out there and to do something and to perform, like whatever the
In front of
challenge
other
was.
people. In front of
But
other
other
people.
than that, whether I won or whether I didn't win, nobody bothered me about that. They were just glad I was
Mhm.
there and that I did something.
Right, Susu, honey boo
Hey,
boo.
so saying
Yes.
the same thing.
I
Those
love
people,
that.
some of them women are just mean.
Yeah, but okay, but that's been like in sports too, right? So in sports, some of you see the kids'
Oh, there's
faces.
some,
You see the
there's
sports
some,
dads
yeah.
are like
There's,
constantly screaming at the kids. So you be hearing the own coaches screaming
oh,
at the kids
yeah.
that don't even belong to them. And so, but then you also have like the pat like for me, right? So my oldest son, I put him in every single sport. He is all fucking thumbs. He was horrible at every sport. I mean, I even had him in ice hockey, I had him in every fucking thing. But the people, the teams used to always choose him because he was always like a good team player. So they'll always like for football, they always will put him at the end. So like they already know they lost or whatever. They always will put my son in it. And every time they will put my son, I'd be like, no, don't put him in, don't put him in.
Oh
And then my
shit.
son would sit there and go like the wrong way, and everybody's like cheering for him. And I used to sit there like crying because I was so fucking embarrassed that my son had no idea what he was doing in football. That's what I'm saying. I'm like the worst parent. So it wasn't so, but I did it because I was trying to encourage him, to be, but it taught him the team player type of shit. So even though he wasn't good at it, at any of it, it taught him how everybody wanted him around because he was always boosting up the rally. It gave him socializing skills. And so even though he didn't know, he still doesn't know anything about a football, but at least he knows how to be around people, how to encourage people, how to love up on people. So I
Mhm.
see both
Were
ways.
those
Lucille and Tanique. Sorry, Empress, what did you say?
morning?
Morning,
Good
Um,
Queen.
but
morning.
Good morning.
were those activities that he wanted to be in?
Yeah, because he didn't. Yeah, I don't know nothing about football. I don't know. I'm not a fucking
No,
mom.
no. I only asked that because I one of the things that I really really despise at this point is seeing when a kid doesn't want to be there, but they're being forced to by their parents.
Right.
It's the thing that the parent is living vicariously through the
That's what
kid,
Charles was
and
saying.
that kid
Exactly.
is miserable. And like
Right.
because of Spawn, I've seen it, with boys in sports. But I know it happens with like the pageantry stuff, and especially with the pageantry, a lot of times one of the things that you see in the mothers is, they're thinking about how much they spent on like the dresses
Mhm.
and the hair and the makeup, and sometimes they got boyfriends and fathers at home who are like, they don't like spending this kind of money. So they're calculating in their head like, account for how much money I spent, and if we don't win, it's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
I
You
mean,
know?
I can understand that too. Because then also in pageantry, you got the hair and the nails and all that other
Yeah,
stuff
it's a
too.
lot. It's not that money was not a game. Okay, it's
Right.
just the
You get
entry fee
see
was a
some of
lot.
those little girls. So I mean, it's not happening with melanated girls, but the little white tea girls are getting spray tans and everything.
The fucking
Huh.
dog.
What's that, a gremlin?
That's her dog.
That
Oh, shit.
She's like, why are you paying attention to others? Stop it.
oh, the dog growling at you.
Who the
that a
hell set the damn goat?
Yeah, sound like a goat. Hey, but
Yeah.
y'all kept saying them pageants not like sports. Yeah, they are. If your
No, we
child
were
good
saying
enough
Oh, I
in
said
sports,
worse. We talking about as
so
far
we're
as
saying they
volunteer.
are, but they're worse.
but no, but like
You know, you in a pageant.
if you ever know a child or a kid, or if your kid good enough to be in like traveling sports, oh, they totally
Mm-hmm.
different. Then
Oh, my
they
son,
totally
both of my
different.
kids
So
Oh
was in
yeah.
like,
Pop Warner, and yeah, both of my kids was in Pop Warner. So yeah,
no, but I'm talking about the
No,
traveling ones
Pop
that.
Warner
Pop
and
Warner and AAU.
travel leagues are different. Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
travel leagues, like them parents get out of pocket, 'cause,
Oh,
like,
I
but
know.
Yeah, they gotta travel to a lot of different fucking.
like not like I never been to pageants, but I seen them shows on TV, like the one with the Mama June
Right.
and
Right. Yeah.
yeah, and then they came out with some pageant shows around the same time that was on. You know what I'm saying? Because it was popular, and I seen them, but I would probably think they looking for the most dysfunctional thing ever. But man,
A TV show.
them kids that's supposed to be the top echelon. Oh man, them leagues, they get out of pocket. They get out of pocket, man.
So okay, I don't know how we got onto this pageants.
But
Oh,
but
I
I
think
wanted to
it's
say real
exactly
quickly.
on Fashion Week.
Because my
That's what
daughter
happened.
wanted to be
No,
in
because of Charles.
fashion.
But
Yeah.
I did want to
Because of
say,
Charles,
and I
thank
put,
you, Empress for paying
Mhm.
attention.
but I did want to say, and I put it in the comments earlier. Not all of us offer to help out single dads.
I noticed.
Some of us laugh at them. You saw my comment? Yeah.
Yes.
I did end up
That's a
dating one guy
friendship.
who I laughed at.
Why?
What? No, because look, I was just laughing at him,
Okay, let me ask you
having a
something.
hard time keeping up with his boys.
So let me ask you something. Okay, so let's go in the opposite way, right? So you have your son, and he's definitely in sports. He's in football, right? You don't have any men come up to you and ask you if you need any help or anything.
They don't come. They don't offer help. That no, they're not offering help. Like if they see me and they're interested in me, they'll talk to me about the sport. They'll talk to me about the game. But you got to remember,
Just see you, a single mother with her son every day at football.
you got to remember if we're both at the game, our kids are probably competitors, and so that would be like Mama June helping out some other mother's kid. It's not gonna happen, right?
I mean, those are strangers. You really don't know them that much. But the people that's on the same team, I'm pretty sure you're around these men a lot.
I'm Spawn's mom. I'm not a teen mom.
Okay, I get that.
They different.
Yeah,
Like you, like I understand what Empress saying. You'll have parents. They focus on their child. You got moms that try to
Look,
do everything, and then they step on folks' toes, and that ain't cool.
right. So I come to the game. I'm a cheer for the whole team. I'm a care about if everybody is healthy, safe, all of that stuff. But do I really give a flying fuck about hanging out with most of them afterwards? Absolutely the fuck not. I came there. I'm not that person who's like, oh, you know what? There's a kids football game down the street at the high school down the street. My kid doesn't go there, but I want to go and cheer them on. Nope, I'm not that mom.
Okay, so you're not the mom that
I'm
used
not
to
that
wrap
mom.
all the kids up and take them to the pizza to get for a pizza party.
No, I'll take Spawn and whichever friends he wants to go with. But
Motherly.
Have you smelled boys after football practice or after a football game? Have you?
Yeah, there
Have
ain't nothing
you?
nice about it.
Have you
I'm gonna be telling
smelled
everybody,
them?
come on, let's go
Nothing
get
like
ice
gym
cream.
bags. Nothing like
Hey,
gym
look,
bags. I'm
there.
just saying.
Why you think coaches had so many pickup trucks back in the day? Cause you stole boys in the cab in the bed, baby. Cause we stank. We stank
That's
at
right.
teenage age.
I mean,
From 10 on up, we got some funk that's unbearable.
so let me ask you, QJ.
I
Okay, so
mean,
you're a married man, right? And but your kids are in sport. They are. They're in
A senior
overseas.
in fourth grade.
I didn't ask you that. But you have
Oh,
one's in karate. It's not karate. I was trying to think of the right word for it.
taekwondo.
Taekwondo. So you have one that was in taekwondo and sports, and then your daughter does tennis, right?
She do tennis, pickleball, swimming, chess, and
Okay.
basketball.
Your kids are in a lot of stuff, right? So, and I know that you're an
Yeah.
involved parent. So when you go to these places, right? Do you see it? So you're familiar with the other parents?
Yeah, but I only talk to the parents that's kind of cool because at games I don't sit with the crowd. I stand over by myself and I just watch
mm-hmm.
because I don't be wanting to hear all them parents yelling at their kids or trying to talk down to other kids like how you missed that little Jimmy or you know what I'm saying Daquan, why you ain't passed it to my
Right.
son? I don't be wanting to hear all that. I like to just be by myself and just watch the game and I see what my child doing. And if I got somebody that I'm cool with, I'll be like, hey man, you saw what John did the other day. He gotta start watching that backside here a week on. That's if you cool with people like that. But most parents, they not coaches. But everybody out there think they're a coach. They living off they shitty high school shit. I could care less. Nah, I played in college and everything. Nah, man, that shit ain't got nothing to do with me. That's his and hers.
Because I knew
I
my kid
sit
was
back and
never
don't
good.
say,
That's the reason why I didn't put no much stock in what people were saying about me. I mean, and maybe they always encouraged him, but to me, it was like I didn't care what people had to say about if my son was like, "Why'd you put him in the game?" Like, because I would be the parent saying, "Why'd you put him in the game? Take him out." Take him out.
Mhm.
Maybe that
and
Oh
was
my
then like
God.
I
for
will
kids that's
say,
a certain size, they make them do certain things. Like my son, he grew up like me. He always was taller, so they made him be a goalie in soccer. He did not want to play soccer no more because he wanted to be running up and down the field. He wanted to be a striker or something. So that was the end of that swimming. Once he learned how to swim, he didn't want to be in matches no more. Cool. Basketball, he still play ball. He ain't gonna never give up ball. His mama didn't want him to play football after she seen concussion.
right.
And so, but she'll let him kick the hell out of somebody and beat somebody up.
So what
Go
does your
figure.
son enjoy the most? What does your son enjoy the most?
Right now, cooking, basketball.
See?
He more so like a teacher's helper. He more so like a teacher's helper. In Taekwondo, he done graduated. When he go to tournaments, that's when he do a lot of training because he's still not a black belt because I took him out for a couple of years. So he's still not a black. I think he's a brown or red or brown. I don't know. So and you
brown.
gotta you gotta win some,
It's called
huh?
blue, brown, red, and black. So if he's just under black, he's red. Yeah.
Okay, so okay, this we went all over the place. Actually, this has to do my actual quiet time this morning was about selflessness and how and it's to put others before yourself. And I think when we have our children, I think we do that a lot. I think we always, I hope so, put our children before our own selves a lot. So that's what I was thinking about that. But besides your children, right? When was the last time somebody put you before themselves? Was my question of the day. It was hard for me to think of that. It was easy for me to think about when I put myself before others all the time, and I don't be thinking about myself. But it was hard for me to think about somebody doing it for me. And so I was just thinking the one that I was able to think of was this girl at my job. Every time it's like, oh, there's a sale at Macy's, or there's a sale at Macy's on bras. What size are you? And she will sit there and pick it up for me. Like she does like selflessness stuff like that all the time for me. And I do it for other people too, because I was at the beach the other day And I guess, people had set up their little stuff together, but they went into the water. But these damn crows, hey, these damn crows were coming. Like, I've never seen a crow get a bag of Doritos, which it was closed, and like was gonna fly in the air with it. And I'm like, get away. So I ended up going to their stuff, packing up their stuff, tightening it up, touching a whole stranger's stuff so that their shit doesn't get taken away from them. When I went into the water, when I came back, I saw that they were back at their table. And I said, hey, by the way, I hope you didn't mind. And they looked at me like I was crazy. They said they didn't even notice that I touched their shit. But I just want to let them know that I don't think people do that anymore. I think they're too afraid to. And I guess that has to do with like the pageantry stuff and too. It's like competition with each other, like, or in sports. It's always a competition. There's no neighborly, like, hey, come on, guys, let's all get some ice cream together. Or seeing a single dad and saying, hey, you want some food? You need me to take your daughter to go get tampons or whatever the fuck. That type of community, I don't see a lot of. But anyway, so that's what I was thinking about this morning. So if you guys could think of something that you've been selfless with and somebody else has been selfless with you guys. Hey, anybody? Tanika, you want to go? You can go.
I know I just got good morning, everybody. Hey,
Come on.
I follow Uncle Bernie over here. Lord have mercy. I know Charles. We've been on the morning show together. Let me tell you my world. I have been a creative designer for pageants. I traveled the world with pageants. It's watching it on TV is nothing like being inside the building when it happened. Like I saw parents fly their children in on private jets, have on $8,000 costumes, coming because they only would come to the ones that were aired on TV, right? They wouldn't come to the smaller pageants. So we showed up at the pageant. I custom designed everything for my girl. I made all of her dresses. I made her wigs. She had a whole team. That was her family that mixed her music. So we were interviewed by a TV station that literally walked up to me while I was doing her hair and fixing her uniform and was like, does she enjoy doing this? We were like, yes. And they asked us, well, how much does it cost you? Isn't it expensive? We were like, no. Her mother is her coordinator. Her dad builds her sets. Her brother does her music. I do her hair and make custom design all of her outfits. And we would win. When you're going into a pageant and competing for a $5,000 bag at the end, that's what you want. Ultimate Grand Supreme. You want the title. You want to walk away with the title. And we would walk away with the title and we didn't spend $30,000, $40,000 for our children to be in those pageants. And they would do that because it was televised. That's the pageant side. All of this is, I know Mama June. Like, I know Mama June. We won the same pageants that her daughter won. Universal Royalty. Toddlers and Tiaras. If I wasn't where I was, I would come up and show you my crowns and my sashes. They're in my room. But all of it is on my wall. They're on my wall. Tracy Ellis Ross was represented and commented on our win. So it was big. So now let me jump over to football. And they talked about the football funk. Right. And you talked about the football embarrassment. My baby boy played football from age 6 all the way to college. He stopped when they wanted to make C-19 vaccinations a mandatory. And my son said he wasn't going to do it. He just graduated from Grambling, to which makes me itch because I'm born and raised Southern University. And my son graduated from Grambling. And I don't know why our HBCU children do that. If you're from Southern, your kids go to Grambling. If you're from Grambling, your kids go to Southern. It's like they try our patience. Now my granddaughter's there. But back to my son. Let me tell y'all, my son was a star football player. He was the headliner for the opening commercial for the news for Sportsline Friday night. But he goes to the state competition, and he's playing in the Superdome. He's playing varsity in the 9th grade. Wide receiver, slot receiver. He missed 4 passes in the Superdome. And I'm sitting there as his mother like, you didn't do this all year long. Why do we get here and you do this? So we're in the Superdome. I'm like, I know there's a brown bag under the seat because the Saints always have to put a brown bag on their head. Now, mind you, I'm sitting on the 50-yard line. That's where I always sit so I can see my baby do everything. And there's a lady up in the stand just shouting, get number 2 off the field. He done dropped the pass. I said, ma'am, that's one time. I'm going to give you that. That's one time. Y'all need to get number 2 off the field. He don't know what he's doing. I Turned around. I said, ma'am, that's 2. I'm going to let you have that. See what she said at the 3rd time? I climbed them bleachers. My brother was in the stands who a Marine. My whole family was there. I said, this ain't what you want. Keep your mouth off number 2. That's my son. I was about to tear the Superdome down. And it was about 45 of us in there. When they saw me climbing chairs, getting to the top, all the parents started to hold me back. I'm a team player, but baby, when it comes down to mine, he gonna shine. We gonna do it big. Or we could square up in here. I'm from Scotland. And that's what I told her. I said, ma'am, you do know you gotta get back to Scotland. You do know I would catch you anywhere. Shut up. Don't say he missed another pass. I said, no, I'm gonna get on him when he get home. I was about to beat her up for talking about it. I want to beat him up for missing the passes. That boy embarrassed me in the Superdome, in the 9th grade, at state competition.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, I would have seen what all 45 was y'all. Get that motherfucker some sticky glue. He can't catch shit, and I would have dipped on all 45 of y'all ass.
It wasn't 5, it was 40. It was 40 to 50.
I said 40. I said all 45 of y'all. I would have seen what all 45 of y'all.
Man, listen, you know me, and you gonna be beefed out because of that G on your screen. One thing about it, Grand Fam ain't never beat the human jukebox. Don't do it.
Hey.
Don't do it.
Look I told you I like Grambling and Southern, but this
I
is
love
Green
both
Bay
of them
thing.
too, but during Thanksgiving week we beefed out. I don't like you. I love you, but I don't like you.
But you do this is an NFL thing. This is a Green Bay thing. It's not Grambling.
GSU owns the swag, baby. Go sit.
GSU don't own no swag. GSU ain't got nothing. GSU ain't got nothing but a Dollar Tree out there.
Hold up. Let's go back there. Hold on. Eddie Robb on the swag. Let's be real. Eddie Robb didn't get them wins by sitting on his thumbs now. Come on.
The Bluff been sliding GSU all their life. The Bluff done changed history, wrote history, rewrote history, started boycotting Graham.
I would say this to you. To your credit, to your son's credit, he got caught in between coaches. I think your son got caught when they switched coaches twice.
No, I'm gonna tell you what it was for real. I'm gonna tell you what it was for real.
I know they switched coaches.
I'm gonna tell you what it was. Literally, the bus left Baton Rouge and went to New Orleans at noon. They didn't get on the field until 11 p.m. Them children had no sleep whatsoever. And they went up against one of the top schools in the state. And that school was in New Orleans for 3 days. They missed school. So they were able to rest. They didn't come out on the field. When you're in state competitions, our time is 7 p.m. We didn't get on the field till 11 p.m. Them children were tired.
That's bananas that the game started at 11.
Let me ask you something. The parent that was yelling at your son, was that from your school or from the opposite school?
She was from my school, baby.
Okay.
Yeah, more than likely she was from her school.
Yeah, she was from my school, but she didn't know. See, normally when I go to the game, I go a certain way, but I came from work going to the game, and I had on my company shirt, so everybody knew me to be Trail Mom. Everybody knew I was Trail Mom, and that lady her child was in the band. Her child was in the band. Her child didn't play football, so it's like it's separate. Yeah. You got the band parents, you got the football parents, you got the cheerleader parents. You have it's so many separate entities in football, but they're all there to support the football
together.
Team.
So my mother was a combination of both the football and the band, because I played both football and drums.
How do you play football and band?
Yeah, how you gonna be? You can't be in the band and play
band
football.
Want to bet? Hold on. I'll tell you. Hold on. I'll explain to you how I did it. Because what I did was I played football on the field, and on halftime, during the halftime show, I would take my upper pads off, leave my lower half pads and pants on.
I ain't never seen that.
I'd put my jacket on and my hat on. We'd go out, we'd do what we needed to do on the field. I'd come back, I'd take my hat, my coat off, my drums off, put my pads back on, and go back out and play football. You bet I did.
How small a town did you grow up in?
Really? Exactly. I've never seen that shit before.
I ain't never seen that.
Hold on.
The halftime, you go rest.
Listen. Just because
all that equipment.
Listen,
that's a lot of equipment that you got to put on.
Yes, it is. But at the end of the day, I enjoyed it. But at the end, also, I did have a graduating class of 23 people, but that's not the point.
Say
And
no, Charles.
Charles,
Say
you
no
had
more,
to be
Charles. Say no
But
more,
that's
Charles.
Charles,
You
you
don't
had
have
to
to
be
say shit
second.
else.
But
Charles,
I did
Charles,
both, and I enjoyed it.
hey,
And my
Charles,
mother
hey, Charles,
supported me
The
in
whole
both.
school was on
hey,
fucking
Charles,
was on the
Charles
I
base.
had to
guess
be.
y'all
Charles
coach,
was
I was
second
about to
string on the
say.
football team.
hey, Charles, y'all coaches
Charles
need to have
was
to make
not
the
an
halftime
all-star
adjustments.
player
There
on
was
the
no
football
halftime
team.
adjustments in her. Y'all,
I can't hear both of you. I couldn't
my
hear both.
apologies. Go ahead, Adrian. Whoever talk. Go ahead, ladies.
Yeah, and I was just saying, even the girls had to play in that fucking team, and those only 23 people. I
No,
think they were on the team.
they did not. We had a full regular football team, and we were corn-fed boys, and we weren't very good at football.
That means everybody was in the band
That's
too.
it.
But we did a lot of damage, though. You remembered our name when we got off the field, but we may
Hey,
not.
Charles.
But you
Can
damn
I
sure.
ask
The
you a
band
question?
was 4 people.
Charles, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Was K through 12 2 schools on each side of the street? It serviced the whole county. You had a school on the left side of the street, a school on the right side of the street, and you combined them together. They went from K through 12. Is that how your system was?
But yes, we had 2 different buildings, and yes, we had the middle
Yeah,
school.
I understand. See, my daddy grew up in a town like that. Now I get it.
They have
I
a
get it
football
now.
team and
But we
they
were
have a
country.
football team now?
But listen,
Now
we were
look,
country.
the town just had
We
an
were
elementary
country folk.
school on the left side of the street and a like it might have started like 7th or 8th grade on the right side of the street. So all the little kids went to school on one side of the street. All the bigger kids went to the school across the street, and that's how much. That's the town or the county.
And then we had one big gym in between everything. Yes. But here's the deal, though. Y'all laugh, but don't kid yourself about how freaking how fierce we were. And we're country folk. We weren't playing to be nice.
Who were you
We
playing
Charles,
against?
very
Charles,
good.
Against?
Charles,
But
we
we
go
were
way
not.
back,
Y'all
Charles.
Y'all
Charles,
killed
we go way
cows and
back.
shit.
Huh?
Charles, we go way back. Charles, let's tell the truth, the whole truth. If your graduating class was 23, it
Yep.
take 11 players to get on the football field.
Yep.
Y'all either had 22 players and you was on the B team, and you wasn't
Why
tired
would
at
I be
all.
on the B team?
Because
There was
in
no
order
B
to
team.
go take their uniform off, or y'all band just stood in one spot and played their instruments in one spot standing still.
No.
Because it take a whole lot of energy to do both.
Again, yes,
You
it does
couldn't have
take
been
a
a
lot of
good
energy
player,
to do
bro.
that.
You
Very
couldn't
good.
have been a good player and a good band member. Something was lacking.
Good
Oh,
morning, everybody in the
interesting.
panel.
What's
Good
up, Pink
morning.
Ninja? What's
Interesting
up,
how
Pink
you
Ninja?
assume that to everything that you would assume that. But at the end of the day, we didn't have a junior varsity team. We only had a varsity football team. So either you played varsity or you didn't. And either you were good enough to play football or you weren't. That's just all there was to it. And I was a band member, so I was damn good at drumming. So
What instrument did you play in the band, Charles?
I was a drummer. I just said that.
No, I wasn't listening.
Hey, now me Angel. Can I ask you
What position
something?
you
In
play
all
the football?
fairness,
Huh?
hey, me Angel.
What was that?
I want to know what position Charles played in football, and then I'm answering your question.
I was a tight end.
Ooh, it's tight end now. All right, sorry.
Hey, me Angel. Now, in all fairness, you know that band member, she like a teen mama like you now. She for everything. She was right. Your son don't normally play like this. Today we trying to win state. Get number 2 ass off that field. You know she wasn't wrong, Miss Angel. You know your son was messing up
Listen.
that day.
Dude, that's why I gave her. That's why when she said it 3 times, I was like, ma'am, I'm with you. He ain't riding home with me. I'm glad he's on the tour bus because the conversation from New Orleans back to Baton Rouge wouldn't have been good. It just wouldn't have. He ain't never played that bad in his whole entire life from 6th grade. I don't know what was going. The ball.
That's how it
was
happened,
flying.
though. It
Listen,
happened
he
on
was
your...
in the end zone. Let me tell you how bad it was. He was in the end zone. They threw him a pass. And it was like he had some lead on his gloves. The ball went clean through his hands. I said, oh my God, that was the last pass. I was begging the coach to take him off the field. Guess what? Couldn't nobody outrun my son. They could not outrun him. He was a wide receiver. He was a slot receiver. He was he played offense and defense. The boy was just good. I don't know what type of voodoo they had in the Superdome.
Let me ask you something. Was he harder on himself than you was on him?
Yes, he was. Yes, he
Probably
was. But
so.
what I instilled in him was this. He was a very good football player from the age of 6. He has medals and went to state competition every year he ever played football from the age of 6 all the way through to 12th grade. He played basketball, football, and ran track, and he excelled in them all and went to state competitions in them all. So the boy was flat out good. I instilled in him that the NFL is a possibility. Your education is a guarantee. So I made sure he was in an engineering program while he was in high school. He was not allowed to play football if he brought home anything lower than a B. So when he went to college, he changed his major, to which aggravated me because I sacrificed for you to go to an engineering program for 4 years and get an associate's in engineering. All you had to do was get your certification and you could stamp plans while you were in college. But he changed his major and went into criminal justice because of his girlfriend, and went to Grambling because of his girlfriend. That's how that happened. But he graduated.
What was about the girlfriend?
He
You
graduated.
don't like his girlfriend, do you?
I love her. No, I love her. I really love her. I love her. I love her. That little girl is everything. She was valedictorian. She was valedictorian of the school. He was king of the school. He graduated king of Scotlandville. Like literally, his name is going down in history. At the very same school, my name went down in history. I ran track there before he was ever thought of. And he went there and played football. So we are branded forever at Scotlandville. That was just, in all honesty, you want me to tell you the truth as a parent? That needed to happen to him. Because
She your daughter-in-law now, ain't she?
my child thought he was so good at football, nobody could beat him. And that instance right there in the Superdome changed his life and made him realize you got to work harder, no matter how. And he made varsity in the 9th grade. He did it to prove me wrong. I told him, I was like, you don't go to high school and make varsity in 9th grade. You have to, at bare minimum, start at JV. That boy walked into Scotlandville, made varsity in the 9th grade. And the requirement was he played freshman, JV, and varsity. So he was literally in a football game Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I'm telling my brother that's too much on my son's body. He's been doing that too long, since he was 6 years old. My brother said, no, let him do it. If he can do it, let him do it. And they're going to take that requirement off of him mid-season. And they did. They only kept him on varsity because he was just that good. Go back and look at Sportline Friday night, WBRZ and WAFB.
Hey, but me, Angel,
Hold on,
is that lady now your
Q, can I ask a question? Y'all been talking like for
you
hours.
know what, Pink Ninja? Fine.
Thank you. How are you, sweetie?
Good morning, Peyton.
Hi, Mr.
Hey,
Charles.
Pink.
Hey, Uncle Bernie. Okay, hey, beautiful, my Adrian baby. But I need you guys some help because it seemed like all y'all have kids that are grown. I'm still raising. So, and I know most of y'all sound like you have sons, so you can help me out. And for me, I don't have the help right now for my son. My son is 11. And the other day, I wish he had locked his door, but I caught him.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
We've all been there. We've all been there.
Saw some tugging and a rubbing,
I'm
huh?
going to give you the perspective from a mama.
So what
Because
did I
these men,
do?
I'm about to say, ma'am,
terrified.
I know, ma'am, let me say this. I'm going to call you sis, okay? I know you are traumatized. I know that mess with everything in you. Here is what I did have, okay? I had my children's father, one of them who was a very present father. And when my children got to a certain age, I remember the day he came in my house. My son's father walked in my house where I paid the mortgage and told me, stop going in their room. I said, you don't tell me what to do. This is my house. I go in any room I want to. He said, I'm trying to tell you, stop going in their room. They growing up. They becoming young men. Stop going in their room. I said, if you don't get out of my house, me and you gonna square up because you don't tell me where to go in no little boy's room that don't clean it. And this is what he hit me with. He said, okay, when you walk in there and find magazine and stiff socks that's gonna be on you. I slid down the wall. I said, oh Jesus. No, not my babies. He said, I'm trying to tell you. I was like, you ain't gotta tell me no more. I ain't going in there. My children started washing their own clothes. They started cleaning their own room. I was not gonna walk in on nothing like that. And by the Almighty God, I never saw it.
Yeah,
I
I don't
never
know what
did.
I would do.
I never did see it, but I'm gonna tell you what did happen to me. I was trying to show somebody my police academy tape. I had about 5 people in my living room showing them. You know, I got my video from the police academy. Oh Lord, this is embarrassing. So I reached under the cabinet in the living room and I grabbed a VHS. I just grabbed one because that's where my academy tapes and where my stuff was. And I pop it into the VHS and it starts off as a movie and then it goes to corn. I slid down the wall again, like how they know how to use the VHS, Jesus.
Oh, that's
Lord, I didn't know what to
you're
do.
really older. Oh my God.
Raising boys is hard.
What?
The baby
I have a
was-
question.
I never
I
had
have a
experience
question.
with
Was it
all
called
these
Debbie
people.
Does Dallas?
So
I called my brothers. I called my brothers.
Oh.
I called my uncles. I called anybody that was everybody to come and help me out because in my mind, those are my babies. They are 24 to 35 years old. And some of them have children. And I still see them as my babies. I can't see them in their light. So
That's for men. So let me ask you, J. Charles and Poetic. What do you suggest Pink should just do? She should just not go in the room and just let him handle his business?
Hey,
No, but here's the thing. His room was open. I was in my room, but my door is closed. I don't know why he didn't close. So I had to tell him. I said, "You're gonna have to start closing the door." So what I told him, I didn't make it seem like it was a bad thing, you know.
Right.
So he was embarrassed, and his little whacker was still up in the air, and I'm like, "Oh, get all that up.
Cover that thing up. Cover that thing up.
Cover that shit up." And I said, "It's natural." I had to do the birds and the bees and sit and
nah, no, you didn't do that at that time, Pink Ninja. Not birds and bees at that time.
I mean, what am I supposed to do?
Okay, so
You
let
supposed
me
to close
ask
that damn door,
I
Pink
said,
Ninja, and
from
go back
now
to your
on,
room.
you have to, like, if you're ready, when you're,
Okay,
want
I
to take care of yourself, you have to close the door. And then, of course, at this point, I'm going to knock. If I see the door closed, I'm knocking.
I think I never had that experience. Okay, so men, let me ask you: has your mother ever caught you when you were younger playing with
Oh
yourself?
yeah.
Oh yeah, you got to, hey man, you
yeah.
got to move that hand fast and make sure that thing laying
And
sideways. You got to make sure that thing laying sideways. It can't be up in the air. It got to be laying sideways across your thigh, and you got to move that hand fast. But you got to move
listen,
fast. Cause
I
mamas do that. My mama got that knock and the door open at the same time. I swear she got like 8 hands. Like you hear knock and the door is opening all at the same time. I be like, so like me and my mama had an understanding. We don't lock doors in my house now, and we didn't growing up. But if that door locked, that means I'm gonna unlock it in just a second. Okay? I'm gonna unlock it in just
so
a second.
we got efficient at having the covers halfway up. So if mom was doing the
Okay, so-
exact same thing, it's the knock and door open all at the same.
All right, so
literally.
you remember the first time your mother's caught you? Did she ever have a conversation with you after that?
Hell no! My mom walked back out that door, slammed the door, and then
Right.
when I walked out, and everything was what it was. Then my mom sat me down and had a conversation with me.
Oh, so she did sit you down with a
Don't have the
conversation.
conversation. That poor boy was embarrassed, boy, when you were having that conversation with him while he was sitting there like, Mom.
I never had that
Can we have this
conversation.
conversation
I
about 10
thought
minutes,
about that.
please?
It was real quick, Charles, because it was so stiff.
Yeah, hey, but Pink,
But see, you have to understand. With
Pink,
my son, he's a little artistic, right? So with that being said, he'll think it's a bad thing he did since I walk in there. So
Right.
I have to say something to him so he won't feel bad. Otherwise, he's gonna feel bad.
I don't understand about that part, Pink, but my mom was like Charles, mom. She just turned around. She was like, "Oh no, nigga, no."
Miss
And
Pink, do
then
some research on that because I know this for a fact. I have a nephew that is young men that are autistic. They're hyper sexual.
Right.
They are, when I say hyper, You are doing the right thing as a mother with having a conversation with him, because I don't know what it is. They are like, you probably just, how old is he? You say he's 10?
11.
11. He's
He's
about to be 12 in October 28th right now. Like his
he's
birthday.
probably been doing that since he was 4 or 5, or been able to notice.
Yeah.
If
How would you know that was wrong, right?
he doesn't,
Hey,
with my little nephew, let me tell you when we realized
Functional.
that
Like you
that
wouldn't
something
know
was
he
up.
has art. You wouldn't know he has, you know,
Real
art. He's
quickly.
artistic, but the
He's high
emotional part
functioning, in
makes
other
it
words.
look that way. So I have to. You get what I'm saying? But otherwise, he's normal in a sense. If you
Well, he's normal.
talk to him,
He's
everything you would know.
he's high functioning, is what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah, he's high
Wait,
functioning.
He's high
Yeah.
functioning, but they are
real quickly.
studying.
Let me
Look at
jump
it.
in.
4 or
Wait,
5?
no. Let me jump in and correct something that was just said. Uh, autistic boys, boys on the spectrum are not inherently hypersexual. Some may be, but they are not inherently hypersexual. So, and the reality is that her son, Pink Son, is coming into this right at the age at a very normal milestone.
Right.
That, you know, she said he's 11. That let's say 11 to 13, 14, a very very normal range for this to be happening in. So I don't want people who may be listening to this in the corridors or whatever, or even people who are on this panel, to walk away with the ideology that
I've heard studies on it, though, Empress. I have heard studies.
no, but you know what? Wait, hold on. You know what? Go do it. I'm not saying that there aren't some. I'm saying that there aren't some, but I'm saying it is not something that goes across the spectrum of autistic boys. Yes, there's going to be some, but it's not the majority, and it's not all, and it's not something that's inherent to autistic boys. What I would recommend is, you know what? You as a mother to an autistic child, you probably have specialists that you deal with.
He's not autistic. I don't know how we got on there because she said.
Oh, I thought she said he is.
He's high functioning. Like he doesn't.
Right. So that's why I said autistic or spectrum. Okay. That's why I use. That's why I use.
But
that's why.
That's what the test and the doctors, all that, they said that. So I have to go by.
Right.
He has
I got it.
And so
he's very intelligent. Like you wouldn't know.
Right. No. Wait. Hold on. Wait. Being on the spectrum also does not mean that you are not smart. There are people who are very, very, very No, I'm just basing on what she's saying. She's saying, right. So I just want to disabuse people of certain notions that might be out there. So what I would say is, go talk, because there are pediatric specialists in this. Go talk to your specialists and find out if there's certain advice. But even for an average boy of this age range, y'all should already be talking to them about birds and bees. That should have happened.
I took his tablet, right? And I had to dig down and see what video he was watching.
Right.
He was watching on YouTube.
No, you didn't.
Hold on. It was a music video with a whole bunch of women with big booty. I said shit. It was like a lot of videos with
my
women
boy,
with big ass.
my boy.
Okay, you know what? Let me put this away. I'm done.
Hey, Pink. So like that when I knew I had to, like, I just gave my kids just specific Gmail accounts. Well, I gave my son one. I was because all the YouTubes was just up under my name. You know what I'm saying? On the tablets, because I really wasn't thinking about it. I picked up the tablet. I picked up the tablet one day, and that thing had big booty Spanish. No, it was on YouTube. It was big booty Spanish women washing cars in like bathing suits. I say, that's my boy.
Nah,
that
I think God, my son. love his
Hey,
black
hey,
woman.
look
So
here.
he was watching.
I say, boy, you been looking, you like big booty Spanish women? If they was all lathered up and stuff. I said, boy, hey, I'm talking about he was
Okay,
like
so QZ, did
5
you
or
ever have that
6.
next talk with
Listen,
your friend?
But
Did you ever have that
Adrian,
next talk with your son?
Adrian,
What
when my
happened?
son was 5 years old, or 5 or 6, you remember that video from '69? That Spanish guy, the boy '69, and it had all these big booty girls in his video, and he was the rapper. My son said he wished that dude was out of the picture and him in there round them girls.
Hey, Pink Ninja. Hey,
double
your boy is
fantasy
a
for kids.
man's
Baby,
Every
man.
time.
That
yes,
boy.
love. You got something on you. He gonna be something. You gonna have to be ready, mama. I don't know how to tell you what to do in the age of information. Praise
Mm-hmm.
God. My children didn't grow up in this age of information.
Right.
And my children also never really had any privacy. I had cameras their whole life, intercoms their whole life. So they were always concerned about me listening in or watching in and knowing. However, when they became grown men, they sat at the table and told me everything that they did to get around every mechanism I put up to watch them.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
They told me
Yeah,
when they
yeah.
got grown.
Oh, my son got
Hey,
my son got Alexis in there, so I see everything.
You know who my Alexis was? God. I was saying, God sees everything. I used to tell my sons that all the time. God sees everything,
Yep.
right?
Yep, I remember that. Oh yeah.
And he comes back and he
Mine
tells
too.
me
I showed
exactly
God
what
gonna
you
come
did.
tell me just what you did.
You know, you keep
now,
doing
hey,
that, God's gonna send you to hell. God
hey,
hates you.
Fear God enough.
you had said you ain't believe in no locked doors. I don't believe in locked doors
They
only.
have
But
like
look here.
to this
I
day
rather
the doors
look,
stay open. All of our
look,
doors are always fucking
look,
open.
but look though. I'm cool with him locking that door so I don't walk in on him whacking.
I don't need to
Look,
go with you.
or
At
he
the end of the
started
day, I'm
taking
gonna go
long
with my kids.
showers.
Unless I need to.
Like long once you notice that shower is longer than
Showers. You
10
are
minutes,
right,
that
P.
means he whacking that thing. If that
Uh-uh.
shower longer than
Does
10
take
minutes, he
long
whacking that
showers.
thing.
Right. I said, well, why are you taking so long in there? Mom, I'm still taking a shower. I just like the hot water on me. I'm like,
Pink Ninja, your ass be talking through the door. God
what?
damn it, you be
I haven't
interrupting
been
the
there
whole
either
thing,
way.
Pink.
That's that it that the babies that they turn
Okay,
into teenagers.
hold on.
That's
All
that
right, all
hard
right.
fucking age. That's
So
all
you
because
wanted
you
some.
still want to coddle them like they're a baby, but you
Okay,
know that they need to be,
okay. Here,
that.
can I step in for just a second? I'm gonna. You asked for some help on this from men, right? So here's my suggestion. One, just like I think Empress said, it's time for him to start doing his own laundry. Two, make sure you knock, but don't knock and open the door exactly at the same time like our mothers did.
Like CJ
Okay?
said.
Give it about a count of 3 before you open the door, okay?
Oh
And
no. Oh no, I am never going to knock and open because I just saw that for
just
without
saying.
even knocking and open. I saw that for free. I don't think so. I'm
Yeah.
gonna knock and I'm saying, "Are you good? Are you good?"
Is
And
everything, yeah.
Or
Here's
just
the other
knock
thing.
and wait for acknowledgement.
Yeah, exactly. And here's the other thing. Do me a favor. Never, ever, ever go back in his history and watch whatever he was watching again, because that will be burned in your mind
It already
with
is.
your baby forever.
I'm actually okay with the big booty girls now. I'm actually okay seeing the big booty girls shaking their ass.
Yeah,
And everything
you're
else.
okay with this. You
Because
don't know
I
what else
know
he
what
will be
type of
interested
woman he's
in.
gonna be
Exactly.
interested in.
Yeah.
No,
And you don't want
no.
to.
He
Pink,
knows by
pink,
seeing.
Pink, let me tell
pink.
you what I did with my boys. Let me tell you what I did with my sons, my man. When they got a certain age, I would call them. I would lay in my room and call their name because I never wanted to walk in on them and see anything like that after their dad told me that that was a possibility and a probability. Now my baby boy is 7 years younger than his other brother. So my baby boy would come in and he said, "Mommy, when am I going to get hair?" I was like, "What? You have hair on your head?" He said, "No, when am I going to get hair like my brothers?" I was like, "Ew," but I had to keep a straight face. So I knew then that he could not go in the bathroom. Like I had to change. You have to change life and change the way they're growing up as they grow up. So I knew then that my baby boy didn't need to be in the bathroom with my older boys at all. So I set bath schedules, and I was still bathing my baby boy to make sure he clean, because boys don't clean themselves right. And my sons also always lived under the fear that if you don't scrub yourself correctly, if you walk out that bathroom and my fingernails slide across your arm and something come up, I am going to come in there and bathe you. That is a fear that they had. I told them, I don't care how long you are in my house. If you are not bathing yourself, I'm going to come in there and bathe you. I don't care what your body parts look like. That made them bathe correctly. That also gave them space and time to do what they needed to do in the shower. And I didn't have to focus on it. So I made sure I gave them their privacy. When I needed them or wanted them, I would call them to come to my room. If it took them 3 minutes, 5 minutes, I didn't care. Just come in here and hand me my remote, or come in here and turn off my light switch. My children was my Alexa.
Angel, my son, let me tell you what happened with this 11-year-old boy. My son, it was this year. It's just like this year happened so quick and too many fucking shit for me. I had some personal things, so I don't want to talk about it. Adrian knows, but I'm going to say my 11-year-old boy this year ran to me earlier this year. Mom, I have hair in my, pee-pee. And he showed me. This is second.
Now he showed you. He was like, he said, look at it, mama, look.
Okay.
He's proud of that. He's proud of it.
And I'm like, he has hair down there already, and hair in his armpit. He's growing in an accelerated rate to be a man. Quick.
It's not accelerated. It is not accelerated. That's what you need. You need to stop.
I know that. He's like my only child right now, so it's like,
I know, but it's not accelerated.
It goes by fast, real quick.
But
any child, it goes by.
But
fast.
it's not. It goes.
Like when I'm even these conversations, I don't even remember having these conversations with my boys. I'm sure I had to. I'm pretty sure but it's been.
When my boy was real little, we took a shower together when he was real little, so I could show him how to wash his dangling lane. You know what I'm saying?
Right. What I'm saying is, Pink, it's not accelerated. And the moment you started seeing those secondary signs of puberty, you needed. I'm a big person on educating them anyway. But the moment you started seeing those secondary signs of puberty, you needed to have that birds and bees talk with him, not wait until after it was a flagpole. So you need to get in the habit of just having these open little. Look, you need to get into the habit of just talking to him about certain stuff that are actually natural at this point in his life. Especially if you're worried about him thinking that something is shameful or whatever. Have those conversations, because let me tell you, God help you.
I have to go to work.
I
did have that.
Yeah, I know, and I did have that. And trust me, I got a meeting I got to jump on at 8:15 too, so I got to prepare for that. But anyway, let me tell you, mine. Let me tell you, there are things that you are not prepared for yet. We were driving down the road one day, and I saw this woman come outside of her house to go get her mail, and I'll just say, her proportions put mine to shame. Okay, I'm just gonna put it like that. Her proportions put mine to shame, and my son was in the passenger seat next to me, having a full-blown conversation, just talking a mile a minute. And I knew the moment his eyes locked on her, because he stopped talking about whatever he was talking about, and he said, "Shit."
That's what I'm talking about, baby.
All right.
I love that.
So I was like,
this is what I said.
I said, "Excuse me, sir."
My boy.
A couple of years ago, almost 10 years ago, when I 15, he was 15 years old when I took him to Puerto Rico. That boy called me a cockblocker. Just my presence. He said I was cockblocking. You ain't ready, ma'am.
You not.
You
You not. Not
better
with
get
sons.
ready. You better
No.
get ready.
Hey, you just
You
don't let
better
look.
get
My son,
ready.
he think he
Listen,
fine
I'm
now, Penny
well
Ninja.
ready for
He's
those.
17 with a
Like
six
Spider
pack. He
Man.
think he
I act like
everything.
Toy when
Pinky.
I get older.
Pinky. Let me tell you.
I'm
You
well
not. Let
ready
me.
for
Let me.
those
Let me
women,
give you.
them little girls that's gonna be Spider Man on my door. I'm well ready for them.
Let me
I
tell you how I
yeah.
found out about the puberty process, and I'm just gonna keep it real. When I raised my sons, we were all my kids were they were inside kids. They were not outside kids. And I would walk around the house however I wanted to walk around the house. My house. Nobody's paying attention to me. The day my son said, "Mama, go put on some clothes," I was like, "Why you?" Okay, let me go put on something because he must have recognized something. And then one day his little friend was here. The little boy walked out of my son's room into the pantry, and I'm literally walking around in t-shirt and underwear. And I turned around. That little boy is staring at me. He in my pantry, but he is staring me up and down. He was 12 years old. That made me change the way I dress. Those are the warning signs, is when they start looking. And then you notice when they're going through puberty because their voice will change, their interests will change. So your baby is not early.
Look,
Early is
the
8
the
and 9
moment
years
he
old.
started having hair on any parts of his
On
body
his
other
arm,
than his
under his
head.
arm. Yeah, it grow everywhere. You got to go back and think of this. What you do? Go back and think of your puberty, how it started for you, and how it started for you, or how it started for his dad is the way it's gonna start in him. And the first thing I looked for in my sons was hair under their arms, a mustache, a beard, and their voice changing. When they voice got deeper,
Must mustache,
my son had a
mustache
mustache
and
at
beard.
12.
I think I'm fitting my baby
My
wear
second son had a mustache at 12.
Well,
People
he
thought he was
doesn't
my
have no
boyfriend.
mustache now yet. He just got hair and
Good
down there
morning,
in the
perfect.
armpit.
I think hair come down there and under your arm before a mustache. It's just some dudes in high school
Exactly.
get mustache
Yeah.
and
So
beard.
Honestly, I
if you're
really
looking
would.
at
So can I point
yeah
one
the
more thing out
Hold
really
the
on,
quick?
underarm
hold
stuff.
on,
Go
Charles,
ahead.
real quick, because I was hearing her talking about, puberty in boys.
Right.
After, I don't know, but after my husband died, I swear my son, mind you, he was 12 at the time. His whole swag just changed overnight. My mom had called me and he picked up the phone. And mind you, his voice is deep. Like this kid's voice is deep. So my mom called me. She goes, "Crystal." Oh well, y'all know my name now. She was like, "Who's that?" And I was like, "Ma, that's your son." She's like, "I thought you had another man in the house." I was like, "Ma, that's your son." She's like, "When does his voice change?" I was like, "I'm trying to figure that shit out." His voice changed so fast within so much in time. But their puberty it is crazy though.
Oh my God, it could be forever.
Mm-hmm.
So we were talking about, have you
You
ever
still
thought
have
your
an
son was
innocent
playing
voice
on
now.
himself?
So.
Yes, I have.
You have
Okay.
too?
Yeah. And I'm traumatized. I'm traumatized. I'm traumatized. I don't want to put my son's business out there, but whoever girlfriend that he's gonna get, he's gonna tear her ass up. I'm
You
traumatized.
know what? You know what? Perfect. I did not want to hear that shit this morning
Me
about your son
too.
dangling
I don't
line.
want to see this shit. You're
But
gonna
you didn't
hear
have
it
to
with
share
me,
that shit with that
okay?
perfect. Not this morning. You didn't have to share us with that shit.
If I'm
God damn it, you
traumatized, that means
traumatized, so you want to traumatize the rest of us?
yeah. Yup.
And this is
One for
this is
all for
embarrassing. She
one.
just said something that is so embarrassing. How about can you
Pink,
tell
Pink,
that
don't do it. Don't do the
I
same thing
am
she just did,
my
Pink.
yes, my son my son is gonna be bigger than his dad
That's
on that
that's
bottom
a
one.
picture of me.
Charles,
That's
I'm
a
gonna see
picture.
your ass later, Charles. I'm out this motherfucker.
Love his
Bye.
mama.
I'm about to go too because y'all doing too much. That is
Love his
me.
mama.
And
I just
listen
want
to
to point.
me. That's me and my second son at the age of 12. When I put that picture on the internet, everybody said, "Congratulations, your boyfriend is handsome." That's my child.
Ain't no way in hell.
I do want to change one. I do want to point one thing out that there was a misnomer that was stated also this morning that somebody said that that children on the spectrum naturally start doing certain things at 4 and 5 years old. That's not natural for any child at 4 and 5 years old.
What you mean? It's not natural for
Yes, it is.
You ever
Not
seen
at
They
4
look.
years
Can
old.
be.
At
It
4 years
can
old
be.
to be doing that.
Can be.
They'll
Charles,
be
it
going through
can
puberty
be.
at 4 and
It
5 years old.
No, not
yes, it
puberty.
can't. Wait, hold on. Not only can it be natural for a child to go through puberty at that age,
Put me on the big
but
box.
if you ever want to have your heart absolutely broken,
Oh my
It's my
At
baby.
4 years old.
yes,
I've never heard of a
you know
child
what?
going
Yes,
through puberty at 4 years
yes,
old.
My
yes.
granddaughter
It
did, and she had to take medication to slow it down.
right.
My granddaughter was
There,
going through it, and they had to give her
right.
medication to reverse the effects. It
Well,
was
they all
very
do that
natural.
because that's the way
Nobody touched her. Nothing happened to her. We went to
Right.
I went to bathe her one day, and she had hair, and we panicked, and we had to take her
Right.
to the doctor, and they had to reverse it. She was 3, and we ignored like the little peach fuzz. But by the time she
Right.
turned 4, it was real hair. Yes,
Right.
genetically,
Right.
it does happen.
There must be a difference in it more because I've
no.
never seen that before in my life.
And
And I
not
have
so
8
yes,
children.
there so it can be natural. Not
Never
only
heard
can
of
it be natural, so just because you've never heard of it doesn't mean it
That's
isn't
why I said
natural.
it must be
Right.
different
So and
culturally.
if you ever want to have your
I love when you guys show
if
me
you ever
pictures.
want to have your if you ever want to have your heart absolutely broken, then go look up.
Smile.
That's my daughter. That's
Big
the
box.
oldest.
She's
Put me a big box
gorgeous.
for my
She
baby.
has the most beautiful smile.
That's my oldest, and that's my 17-year-old.
Oh my goodness, so handsome. Oh, I love that you guys show me pictures. So
Adrian,
beautiful.
put me in a big box.
But
Sorry.
if you ever want to have your heart absolutely
And that's how you
broken,
still
go
see him.
look
That's
up.
the problem. You still see my baby.
Right.
Just like
Yeah.
you know, just like
But
you did too. Even after
but
I
that's
can
you
hear
all
you.
over.
Just go ahead
it
and finish what you're
so
saying.
if you ever want to have your heart
I'm about to
absolutely
go.
broken, go look up Lena Medina. She is the world's youngest documented mother, and she gave birth at 5 years, 7 months, and 21 days.
Oh my god. Oh my god. How do you even know
No,
this shit?
ma'am, that ain't no, ma'am. That's not right. That ain't right. I can't.
She gave birth.
I
Can I go
understand, but
Gave birth.
nobody should be touching
And wait, hold on. She had been having her period since she was 3. She had been having her period since she was 3.
Okay.
Yeah, but nobody should have touched her. I can't.
Oh, I no, look, I agree that she
I gotta
shouldn't have
go.
been touched.
I gotta go. I gotta go to work. I know it's a great conversation, but I'm not trying to hear any of all that stuff right now. I really wanted to. We were talking about selflessness, and Ping, thank you so much for sharing your story because it was something what we were talking about earlier about community helping each other out. Because it started off with Charles talking about his daughter wants to go and be a model, right? And then he was saying, and we were talking, me and Timmy were talking about pageantry and get her into pageantry, and then we talked because he raises his daughter by himself, right? And I was like, well, doesn't other single moms, like, don't you see like a mom's period like help you out, Charles, being that you're a dad? I would see them seeing you by yourself. I would think it would be natural for all these women to sit there and help you out, give you a meal or whatever, help you out with your daughter. And he said he never had a woman. The women in his town don't do that. So I was like, that's kind of strange to me. To me, it was like if we saw a single dad, we will be like, here, you know, how can I help your daughter out? Let me take her to go get a tampon or whatever like that. It's like more selflessness. They were doing it because they wasn't thinking about themselves. They were thinking about others, right? So that's how I got selflessness in there. And then I was wondering if, Empress like says that she doesn't do it. She said because, and I'm like, well, you in sports teams, you should know. I'm pretty sure you see a lot of men be there. She was like, no, she doesn't do that, whatever. So that's how we got into the sports thing, Angel. And then I know that you had said that you're a big participant in being a sports team parent. So that's how I was. So I was going to ask you that, but I got to go. Well, do you ever help if you see a lot of men coming in there with their children, whatever, and they have something that's wrong with them? I do have a good memory. Would you help out if you saw a single dad sitting there with a little girl somewhere? Are you the type of parent that would sit there and be like, hey, you know, let me take your daughter to the bathroom or something like that? I mean, that was a whole big discussion.
Nonprofit organizations, and my nonprofit organization is a community development organization. So wherever I went, I was always in that mode as well.
Being a mother.
I gave children summer jobs, summer reading programs. So I actually provided for children who did not have. My house was the house that all the neighborhood kids came to. My house was the house that all the nieces and nephews stayed at every summer. So yes, when you have children, yeah, I'm brushing my teeth. Hold on.
No, when you have children,
You have children, you have to be mindful of who your children are around.
Yeah.
So in order for me to be aware of who my children were around, I became the house that every child played at.
right.
Because I wanted to know who my children's friends were. And I would sit in my house and watch them on my camera and spot out who was doing what and who was saying what. So yes, we have to be concerned with the children that our children associate with. Because if they would have came in my house, my kids are all grown, I would tell my children, don't come in my house trying to do what they did to his mama in his house. Because you're going to be under a tree or in between the washer and the dryer playing with me. I knew I'm 5'2". I was raising millions. And at some point, they are going to try you as their mother. They going to do it. When they get that bass in their voice, they are going to try you. And my sons will tell you, I got the fastest two hands in the land. They scared me to this very day. I'm 50, and they do not get an arm's reach.
I'm like, bend down.
Yeah, they don't. They'll tell anybody. Don't play with my mama. She will punch you before you take an inhale and an exhale.
I gotta go.
I'm ready for my
trying to wrap everything up. I'm just trying to wrap everything up. So then, Pink, you came in, and that's exactly what I was talking. Here we go. Here come Pink. She needs advice. She's going through something. She's a single mom. She doesn't have that other person to help her out, guide it. And that's how we started talking about the playing with each other. What would you do in that situation? Does anybody have community to sit there and her to get advice from? So I'm glad that we were able to be your community today, Pink. Thank you, Maddox. Thank you so much. And was able to get hopefully some helpful fucking advice. Hopefully a little bit of a helpful advice. But again, selflessness. We have no end game to this. Us giving you advice that you ask for is not going to benefit us at any other day. But that's being selflessness. That's, to me, that's what community is. Think about other people before yourself.
Yeah.
So, Perfect, and then Perfect Day just came up here, always late as always, but looking beautiful and stunning as always.
Listen, I'm still reeling from last night. I got no sleep. I had 4 shots of Henny. I'm fucked up.
You look amazing for her, honey, because I would have been underneath a bed somewhere. Good morning, Special Chosen. So before I leave, I do gotta go to work. Before I leave, I always want to always have everybody tell me something that happened to them yesterday. Like I always say, it's so hard for you to think about something. You can think about the bad things all fucking day, but the good things is kind of harder because sometimes I think we take advantage of things that we are grateful for. So I always have to write it down because I be forgetting that fucking quick. So I am thankful that my friend Nayla always asks me if I need something from. She always asks me if I need something from the store, and so she's community with me, right? So I'm thankful for that. But I'm also thankful for. Thank you so much. I'm thankful for having you guys on my live. I really do. I think you guys, each person has their own little intricate part. I'm thankful that because I go into lives all the time and there's not a lot of like safe places to go, especially when sometimes people take that community shit so seriously that when a newcomer comes in, everybody on the panel just bounces on them and they start arguing or start investigating, and it's like so mean to people all the time. So I'm thankful for you guys that we accept people however strange, however rare, we're from different parts of the country, different parts of the world sometimes, that we still accept people for who they are and we don't try to dogpile them or try to, just try to find the wrong in them all the time. So that's why I'm thankful for you guys for always making my lives amazing. Tanique, I know you over there, you've been very quiet, but I seen you in the comments. Tell me something that happened to you yesterday that you're thankful for.
My girlfriend bringing me some cereal from Walgreens that was on sale.
I love that. Precious that is.
My favorite cereal, yeah. She bought me 3 boxes yesterday.
See, just the little things, Tanique, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's your fucking day. That's my favorite
Grocery
cereal.
high, girl. Cereal $5 a bottle. Shit.
Cereal's expensive nowadays. For you ladies who have young kids at home, and boys who eat a lot, food is expensive. So I give it to you all the time for that. Empress, tell me something that happened yesterday that you're thankful for. Empress, you
Yeah, I'm trying to think of something yesterday that is. Yeah, come back to me.
Okay, Angel, I know you could tell me something that happened yesterday that you're thankful for.
I'd rather tell you what happened today. I'm thankful that I got up this morning. I was on a ministry live. We went to church, and then I came to your live, and we were able to address family issues, have a laugh, have fun, have communication. So I'm thankful that God woke me up this morning, and I'm thankful that God had you on TikTok for me to find. And Uncle Bernie is the reason I found you. We know he's not doing too tight.
He's far from an angel, right?
I love Uncle Bernie. Uncle Bernie is Uncle Bernie. And we love him for who he is. Like, it is what it is. And most of y'all don't know, I'm actually a preacher. So, and I'm one of those preachers that don't judge. Y'all know that y'all been here saying everything. And ain't nothing came out. Bernie know that and Charles know that about me.
It's been like a clean live, actually. My tit usually pops out in some part of the live.
I'm lucky I came late.
You want me to be honest with you, sis? You want me to tell you the truth? It didn't pop out, it popped down. I said, now she don't fix that right bone that done fell out that shirt. I wasn't gonna say it out loud. I was like, now she knows she wrong for that. It jumped down there and you laid it.
I'm like, no, that's my tit. Thank you so much for coming on the live and giving us all this great information. I appreciate you so much. And God, God always works. And I always feel like that's my gift. I feel like he wants me to, because sometimes I don't feel like doing this shit. It takes a lot to be sitting here talking and running a fucking panel. But I always be like, no, God, I'm doing it for you. You come before me. You're gonna handle. Because I always think, is people gonna show up and people gonna engage? And then I always gotta tell myself, no, just do it, and I'll take care of the rest. And God always takes care of the rest for me. So thank you so much for being a blessing to me as well. Pink, tell me something that happened to you yesterday or this morning that you're thankful for.
Oh, I'm thankful for waking up every day in the morning and I have to deal with life. I mean, I'm always thankful.
Right.
I'm thankful for hearing the people that are still here in my life. I went through a very 2025 was just not wonderful for me. I had a lot of losses and many ones that really broke me. So moving forward, I'm thankful just to wake up and still be a mother to my son, which is important. I'm not holding grudges, or not that I hold grudges or whatever, or animosity or anger towards anybody. But if I have people that I know that I don't talk to, I'm starting to talk to them because I don't want being angry with them is the last thing I remember about them. And I'd rather still hear your voice than never hearing your voice again.
I think a lot of times we take that for granted. I always tell myself that, or how I get me through certain things. It's like, how do I want to be remembered by? Right? If I want to be remembered by being a good person. I don't remember by being a liar or you know what I'm saying? Or just, you could be a liar and you could be a cheater and you could be all these things, right? But people make mistakes. But how is your heart? There's a lot of ugly people inside. We got very dark, nasty souls. And and it's like, how can you, when you pass away, do I want somebody to remember me by being a mean, horrible person? I want somebody to say, oh, no, Agent's crazy. Her tits were always down to her ankles. You know what I mean? Like, I want somebody to laugh when they think about me. So thank you so much, Pink. And I understand completely what you're saying, that we're definitely community. I preach that all the time because I feel like because of our devices, we kind of stray away from that. So I'm glad that you were able to join us because I haven't seen you in a while. Perfectly
Right.
dangerous, telling me something that happened. So
Adrian,
fucking
can I just wait? Adrian, can I just tell this joke? Can I just tell this joke real quick? Your mama's so fat, her shadow caught diabetes.
That was like a dad joke.
Hey, don't put that shit on me now. Hold on now.
All
What's funny?
right.
Shadow got diabetes.
But it was
I
funny.
got a joke for y'all. If Anita Baker got married to Moby Dick, what's her new name?
I need a dick. That's two in a row.
I love Gen X. I love Gen X. I can identify Gen X anywhere.
It's our generation. I know. It's our generation. I'm putting you on the
Shadow thoughts, diabetes.
thank you for sharing that joke, Pink Ninja. And thank you, Perfectly Dangerous. You know our minds are always in the fucking gutter. Hey,
I'm
Slay!
always in the gutter.
I'm putting you on the big box, though. Tell me something that you're thankful for happened yesterday or this morning.
I know it's gonna sound weird to a lot of people, but it's not gonna be weird to me. But I actually ate twice yesterday, and I know some people's gonna be like, "You ate twice, whippy do."
That could
For
be
I'm proud of you.
Thank you, because there's times that I wouldn't even eat for a whole week, and it's not that I'm not hungry, and it's not that I hold on, because I see you, Adrian. I know you're gonna get on my ass, and it's not because I'm not doing it to lose weight, but with the trauma that I have and what I've been through, sometimes my stomach can't hold down food. Sometimes I'm not hungry.
Right. No,
So,
I get
Proud of you.
you know, so I ate twice yesterday.
No, that's good. Again, that's the small things. So other people might take that for granted, but for you, that's a big fucking deal. So that's a big thing that you were able to do that, and hopefully, thankfully, and successfully, it's going to happen again today. And that's how you know that you may be getting a little bit further, right?
Yeah, that's how I know that
Getting
my
a little bit
healing
further
journey
by back at home to
is
meals
getting
in.
there.
I love that. I love that. I love it. Thank you so much for showing us your beautiful face.
Because again, a lot of people may think, you know, and again, realistically, a lot of people are not eating, not even once.
I
So
don't
for me to eat twice yesterday is a blessing to me, and I actually held it down in my stomach. So she done let the baby hair down. Who let the hair baby? Oh, Adrian.
Yes, no, but I get it. Now that's a success because I mean, this is a woman in my job that they do that little what is that the intermittent fasting. I'm not an eater. That's the reason why men want to take me to go on dates. I'm like, please don't take me on dates. I was like, because I will sit there and waste because I don't eat a lot. I only take little bites at a time. So I mean, it's no. I understand, but I understand yours is more emotional. So I get that completely as well. So okay. Who didn't go? Oh, Poetic, you still there, baby? Empress, are you ready now? Can you think of something? Empress?
Yeah. So yesterday I had the realization that that there were at least a couple people completely separate, situations where I realized there were people who showed me for different reasons that they were really paying attention to me, that they cared enough to really, really pay attention to me. So it was the little things like just the tone of my voice. Hey, are you okay? Because you sound a little bit different than what I expected you to sound like. Something else, you know, that somebody saw, they were like, hey, that's different. Everything okay? I'm checking on you. I want to make sure you're okay. And I'm appreciative of people like that in my life.
I love that. I love that. I think we sometimes I think people take advantage of that too, right? They take advantage of making sure. Because I know sometimes it be 3 o'clock in the morning and either fucking text them perfectly or even I think all you guys I've definitely texted 3 o'clock in the morning one way or another to say, hey, how you doing? Or hey, or here's a website to go to or something crazy. Or I'm just checking on you. Empress definitely has done that to me. For long, she hasn't seen me a couple of months, and she'll sit there and she'll text me like, "Hey, what's going on with you?" And I'm like, "Girl, I'm in love. That's why you haven't seen me." I mean, that hasn't happened in a while.
But for me, it was the little things like people who, you know, they might even if it's somebody on this app and they're used to encountering me, but they care enough to pay attention to even the small inflections. So maybe it was, you know, that I hadn't talked for a little bit. So, you know, like sometimes when you just first go to talk, something sounds different. Or I think at that moment, my voice was particularly soft spoken. And they were like, hey, are you okay? Like they wanted to make sure health-wise, you okay? Is everything good? Do you need anything? And it was that kind of picking up on the little things. You're paying attention to me because you care about me. And I appreciate that.
No, I completely understand. I'm pretty sure Perfectly Dangerous and Pink Ninja and Angel as well. I think a lot of times, especially when you're a beautiful woman, they only see the outside. They only see what you look like. But for somebody to actually see you in here, It's a big fucking deal. Early before you guys came in here, Poetic said that I have a motherly kitchen. I was like, a motherly kitchen? What the fuck is a motherly? And then it's like, how do you know that I have a motherly kitchen? And he has seen my kitchen. He's like, oh, because it's nice and clean and tidy. I'm like, that makes me have a motherly kitchen. That's something that's little like that. He was paying attention. He wasn't just paying. That's why we love him over here, because he pays attention for more than, even though he talks a lot of shit, he pays attention to more than what we look on the outside, but he sees what's going on in the background. So that's why we love you here. Poetic, you still here? Are you here falling asleep, or are you another live?
Not at all. I'm here right now. I've been listening to the live, enjoying the live, and I just tell you, my warm heart is on fire. Just listening to the beautiful things you ladies are saying in the fellowship of man and women and the whole spectrum of what we do here. I'm enjoying this, the whole thing. I'm just thankful for all the opportunities that we have to fellowship each day, no matter who's present, but that we all got a continuum in this thing called TikTok. And that's the most beautiful thing. And we have so many opportunities that we can share with one another, and that we can continue to pursue. And definitely the minister is always, she always stays neutral and just loves to vibe and kick it and talk about it. No matter what your views are, she would not condescend you. She would have fun with you and walk with you and then welcome you to her church anyway.
As she's supposed to.
As she's supposed to.
That is our job. That's what we need for. That's what we're here for. Okay, Charles, tell me something that happened yesterday that you're thankful for. Thank you, Poetic.
If I walk into her church, I might catch it on fire, but that's okay. I'm a little different. I am actually thankful because of the fact that, well, first things first, I want to say welcome back, Adrian, and thank you all, ladies, for spending time with us this morning, because we get to spend time with some of the most beautiful women in the world. And then again, also yesterday, I was thankful because, you know, I saw a video yesterday on TikTok, and it was it said, send this to the people who you know for a fact would ride or unalive with you, or whatever that, you know how they say that is. And I sent it to my children yesterday. We have a little group chat, just because of how much they have helped me and things like that, and it put me in my feelings yesterday, and so I wanted them to know how much I appreciate all of them. So that was something that really, I was thankful just to be able to acknowledge that yesterday, you know, and everything they've done for me as a dad too.
I love being a parent. I love being a fucking parent. I really do love being a parent, and like not just my kids, but everybody else's fucking kids. Okay. Thank you so much for sharing that, Charles. Guys, I gotta go. I gotta sign into work. It's Friday. Oh shit, it's Friday. And I'm going out. I'm going out tomorrow. I'm going out on Sunday because, you know, I like to be in these streets and hopefully get some man, some candy, some loving. I doubt it, but we'll see. You guys, thank you so much for joining the live. Thank you for chapping. Thank you for doing all the things that we do. Mama Money, I saw you down there. Thank you for always being an amazing person, in and out all the time. I love you guys. You have a great weekend. If I don't, oh, beautiful.
Look at that smile. I love it.
I just got a beautiful smile from that picture that I saw.
For real.
Gorgeous. I love that.
I love it. Adrian, before you go, thank
Welcome
you
to
for
my bathroom.
hosting it.
I see you have a motherly bathroom back there. Whatever that is.
You got the motherly kitchen. I have the motherly kitchen and the motherly bathroom.
We're a perfect team.
This is the queen spot.
I love it. You don't want to go. Actually, I just finished cleaning my bathroom, so you guys could go in my bathroom. It's actually clean now. All right. Go ahead, Perfectly Digit. Say that again, baby girl.
I just wanted to say thank you for putting this all together. And again, like you said, it's not easy to come on here and talk to everybody. Still being who you are, still not changing your views, still not standing down. I love that about you. And you know, I always tell you that. I love your spunk. I love your attitude. I love your mouth. And that's it. Thank you for putting all this together, because I have an amazing friend because of you and because of all this.
So I saw you on Crystal's live the other day. I was just like, look at Perfectly Dangerous and Crystal. Y'all were just chopping it up.
Oh, we were chopping it. Oh, yeah.
I had to go to the bathroom, and I was like, all of a sudden I was just scrolling through TikTok, and I see you guys together. I was like, oh, look at my friends together.
She was like, come up. And I was like, fine. She's like, oh, because Adrian's not here. You know it.
I love that. I love bringing people together. All right. Thank you so much for sharing it. I do love you guys, and I love doing this. And I really feel like this is my passion.
And God bless everybody. And please
Have
stay
a great
safe
day.
this weekend, okay?
Yes, have a good. Hey, good morning, Fluttery
And
Kisses.
Ken is a whole vibe. That's what I love about her.
My whole vibe, baby. My whole vibe. All right, I love you guys. You have a great weekend.
Bye.
I'll probably be early in the morning on live on Saturday morning because I'm not going out tonight, so I should be already. Hi, Crip Mike. Good morning, handsome. I love you guys. You have a great day in these TikTok streets on purpose. Stay out of trouble. Try to stay out of panels, and I do these lives because every time it's hard for me. Every time I go into somebody's panel, people have this little thing of like, you know, this is my friend, that's my friend, and they want to sit there and dog the new person, right? And I love how Angel was able to come up here, and we don't do that to each other. We might do that to the men because the men be saying stupid shit, but as far as the women are concerned, I think we do
Charles
bring
or
new
Bernie.
women into our circle of friends all the time. So I really do appreciate that because that's why you never really see me jumping on panels, and that's what Crystal, Perfectly Dangerous was just saying. We don't because we get that this automatic hate automatically when there's like, oh, who's that, and then they start dogpiling you and being mean to you. So that's why I like to stay in my little corner, and that's the reason why I invite all you beautiful ladies, I'm sure, who have that same problem, into my little corner as well, because there ain't no hate over here. I love you guys. You have a great day on purpose, and you be safe in these TikTok streets. See you later.
We're too old for that.
Good day.
You see
We're too
this shit
old for
happen
that.
all the fucking time, Pink. Like, it
I
happens to
know.
me all day. I couldn't believe it. I went into a panel, and I keep on saying, why do I go into people's panels? And I be in my stuff, cute stuff, and I'm twirling my hair like this. And then I'm seeing somebody in the comments talk about, aren't you a little bit too old to be twirling your hair? And I'm like, and then all the other ladies are going, oh, you so full of yourself. And they just like all of a sudden attack me. And I'm like, damn, I'm a fucking new, like, I won't be coming back there anymore. And if you want to have people come towards you, got to have some type of, like, decorum, I guess, professionalism.
You gotta be yourself.
No.
And if you don't want me to be myself, then I don't need to be here. That's it. That's all.
And I will never be coming back. And that's the reason why I was like, you know what? I'm just going to keep on doing what I do. If I can't go into a safe place, to me, that's like a safe place. If I can't go into a safe place and just be who I naturally am before somebody judge me, or then I don't need to be in that area. So unfortunately that happens because, and I hate to quote, but I don't hate to quote, but Heartbreaker did a live one day, and she was on fucking point. But she said people who are confident don't hate on other people. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're confident who you are,
Right.
it doesn't matter what somebody else looks like. You know what I'm saying? We're all bad bitches at the end of the fucking day. So why would I sit there and pinpoint what's
Have a
wrong
great
with
morning, y'all. I gotta drop.
all right,
Love
Empress,
y'all.
have a great morning as well. And but
Have a
it's
good day,
true. When you're
everybody.
confident in yourself, there ain't nothing that nobody could tell you that can knock you off your fucking square. And we don't sit there and do that to other people. I never look at other women and compare myself to them. That's the most weirdest fucking thing that people do on this fucking app. Anyway, I love you. Let me
Bye.
get the fuck out.
Bye,
You have a great
everybody.
Pig. Are you working? Are you working today?
No, honey, I had that's what my blessing was. I had yesterday I was off, and today I thank God for that.
Oh, thank you for my hair.
I
I
need to
love
get
it.
2 days off.
All right, well, you be safe in these TikTok streets, Pink. Charles, I see you. Poetic.
Have a
Thank
good
you.
night. A
I
good
ain't gonna
day.
be safe in these TikTok. I'm gonna raise motherfucking hell.
That's the reason why I knew I was saying it, but I knew You there with me, baby?
Peace out.
And it's us again alone. It's just me and you.
Oh, just you and I in a room all alone. Oh, what do I have on my mind? Being in a room all
Started
alone with
together and
you.
we're gonna end together. Just the way
If only, I think somebody said it. I think it was somebody said that best about the hope. I think it was Nicole. I'm hoping on a star. I'm wishing on a prayer.
Pushing on the star.
That someday that you and I in the same room together.
It's always a different words, but the same beat all the time.
Right. A man needs to dream the impossible dream to be with our Adrian in the same room. This is my quest to follow you wherever you are, and I hope that my heart will be pure and my thoughts will be the same as I'm snatching your panties and going on the
You
floor.
go to work. I can't. This
And
is
the
that.
world will be a better world for that one man.
With the
Okay.
sunflower seeds in your mouth. Don't choke, please. Don't choke. Bye, Poetic. You have a great day.
Adios.
You
Bye.
too.
Bye, Mama Money. You have a great day as well. We didn't get to 10K, but you still try. You still try. I love you. Bye, Burner Girl. Bye, everybody.